that true?
Not doing too bad this game, eh?
Yeah, well, from what we've seen, you have been sort of running in circles. But he's posted up and looking for the action. Oh, there's the strategy. Bait the tag.
I like it. Man, you can just tell, much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was. That was a nice shot with the 74U.
The 74U is the gun to use.
I think it was Noisy Butters, dude. I think it was Noisy Butters who smoked him.
1000%.
Well, we're talking about Noisy. She's talking about Menace already in the alpha. You see in the top right, it is alpha gameplay. The devs are watching this. There's going to be some assessments. She's like,
AK-74 is 100% the meta?
All right, okay. Well, it's set in stone.
Why am I throwing C4? Like, why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
It's C4, yeah. C4,
You know how nice
C4,
it is to hear
C4.
stuff in this game? Do you know how lovely that is? Do you know how great that is?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably, I don't know who.
She's talking about the different audio that we touched on with the devs coming in.
I don't want to misquote it because I know Jess went through a lot of it, and you heard the devs talk about it, but yeah, the 3D audio, talking about the directional sound, and how, what is the, dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome. Where did I have that? Hold up. I have so many notes. Okay, hold up. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like, to just have focus on, like, the key couple of things you really need to hear during a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about, like, in the past of score streaks going off, you having to heal. It feels like this system is going to try to, what do you need to hear? What is going to help you most?
Yeah, audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play from Treyarch for this particular title.
We kind of closing.
Artillery target.
And all I keep thinking about is like what the Doom trailer came out today for his battle in the Doomsdome. I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game, though. I cannot lie.
That is true.
On board with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach. He used to be a pro player. He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close game, 58 to 57 with a minute left. He's got the 74 out. But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics.
Squad's coming over.
How
My
quick you
game
can
is spent shooting
sort of
down
turn
the
a corner.
helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But
problem.
it seems like
I
it
don't know
got
how
up a
they're
little bit slower maybe than last year, but
Okay, and you hear sort of Jericho talked about the score streaks, right? Because they don't reset on death. You're playing with some of the best players in the world. They're going to get those guaranteed choppers. You need a player like Jericho to shoot them down. Maven, you did that well when we used to play PUBG.
I find a lot of satisfaction out of destroying. Oh, you're frying the lobby. Well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks. Yeah.
God.
Dude, look at the drop shot there.
I think I saw a skunk get you.
Yeah. So this particular game is close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
It un-ADS this every time.
Yeah, it almost looks like the weapons are like as efficient as the rockets and ripping down the score streak. So
And that did not pan out. Okay, cool.
And you heard Trisha talk about that going to prone and on an ADS issue. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as well. A lot of that is just due to the strength and drop shots in some games, but
1, 2, 3, just
trying to stay alive. Is this on? Well, that was a close one.
He just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Drifter and company. The score streaks were raining on it at the tail end of it, but for those of you Kill Confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map for some of your core modes to bounce around on. Obviously, a lot of new things coming to this title, new maps, new modes, but the familiarity of the Call of Duty franchise still there, and this looks to be a fun one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Just a lot of close quarters combat. It feels like you're spawning and you're right into the action, right? Just right into it. You're going to have to take your time. As, these guys are going to just try and figure out what they want to use for the next map.
I like you kind of hear this from Drifter.
Ooh, the wild cards. I actually wanted to see these.
Exactly. He's going through the various guns, also looking at different perks that he wants to check out.
Ooh, I saw Ninja. That makes me very excited. Has a perk.
Which one?
Ninja.
Scavenger for
You remind me of a Ninja.
Midnight's pretty much.
I don't really think. No, I don't think so. But I saw that like you can walk, and that is dead silent as well. So it looked like Ninja. It deals with. It's quieter the more you sprint. So there's definitely you have to play around the audio system, the movement system. It's gonna be awesome.
God, your Call of Duty brain is just beautiful.
I just read stuff. People, they've played the game already. They're just telling me what to do.
It's attractive, Joe. That's all I'm going to tell you. But that'll do it for us on that particular map. We're going to get right over to Nameless.
That's all right, Joe. I read stuff as well, but that map looked absolutely amazing. I mean, you saw a lot of the players, while they spawned on the outskirts of the map, they ran straight to the center to get in those up-close gunfights. We saw 74Us, we saw MP5s, and also that Type 63 looked pretty nasty. We saw TP picking up some multi-kills with it. And what I want to highlight during these highlights is that the time to kill looks absolutely phenomenal. You see these players having sort of these longer gunfights, and the player who hits the better shot is going to win it. This Type 63 and the sniper, those are two of my favorite guns to see. But towards the middle of this game, a lot of the players decided to put away the sniper and pull out that submachine gun because it wasn't working that well. You can see Hutch back here. He picks up a kill here in a moment, and then he decides to, put that sniper away and pull out a sub. He was calling out Ricky for killing him over and over, saying Ricky's the guy who always gets me every single lobby that I'm in. Legion was having a lot of fun running that LMG. At first, I was like, what gun is that? It's killing so fast, and I realized it was the LMG. So people starting to try out that stoner gun. You can get multi-kills with it. It has a big clip, and Legion was playing well throughout this game. Moving on, we saw Scuttman. This guy's just always a beast at every single Call of Duty. One of the best Call of Duty players of all time, and he's staying with that 74U. It seems to be the gun that he's most comfortable with, and he's been dominating both games that he's been in so far. MP5 as well. We saw a lot of our CDL pros continuing to use the MP5. It has really good hip fire, and also when you're up close, it's just going to rip through anybody. Something else there in this game was a lot of players were trying to drop shot, and they were realizing that it's way different in Cold War. You can't drop shot. When you drop shot, your ADS goes back to hip fire, so you have to take your time. If you're going to lay down, you have to be tactical about it.
Do you know how lovely that is?
Sliding is still very good as well. We saw Noisy Butters just slide up a little bit ago and get right back up into position, ready to fight. Shane, one of our coaches in the COD League, running the 74U. It seems like all the CDL pros, they're loving the 74U, and they're getting right into the center of the map and trying to just get into square up gunfights, while some of the other top streamers, they're trying out different weapons, like iron sight snipers, Type 63s, and LMGs. And we see this is actually a Type 63 that he had a scope on, and he had to pull out his RPG to take down this chopper. He realized it took like 2 RPGs and also some bullets, and he was getting pretty stressed. But yeah, that was Satellite. That was one of my favorite maps so far, but we got to get into some more gameplay. Let's check out some more maps and some more modes. Maven and Merc.
Oh, Nameless, you are phenomenal at what you do. Great breakdown as always, but yes, we're going to continue rolling on through. New maps, new modes, as we rock through this multiplayer global reveal for Cold War. So far, it has been awesome. We have a lot more to come over the next hour and a half, 2 hours. Is it time for Miami?
It is. We're playing some domination, and everybody, I want you to pay attention. We saw a little bit there in, Combat Arms. On Armada, but the zones are a little bit different. It's just not a flag. It's really about a little bit of a bigger area that you're going to be fighting over, and I like that a lot. So switching things up, but as you said, we're going to Miami. I cannot wait to see this map and mode and how it plays.
Joe, I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think good. Right?
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, Skies. Professional player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the create a class and score streaks to see what he wants to lock on up. XM4 out. And yeah, you can see, I know we've seen a couple looks at it, but like the variety of attachments you're going to have for the different positions on the gun, the variety is going to be wild. He highlighted Ninja for a second. I want to see like what it went through exactly, but
so what I saw and what I read is that it quiets you when you were sprinting and how fast
it's like dampens the sound of it.
Right. Okay. So I believe that you can walk and crouch and you will be completely silent. But if you are sprinting, you will still have some noise, but it definitely quiets it.
Cool. Interesting.
We find out.
Yeah, he's going through everything.
Well, this is the best part when you play a new game, right? Just going through all the different features, all the different attachments, all the different perks, the weapons, checking it all out.
And again, this isn't going to be everything that we see throughout Cold War. This is not going to be the full release. There's going to be more perks. There's going to be more weapons, more attachments.
This looks like it could be out of like a Bad Boys film. Like, Miami, like
Well, yeah, that's where they do it. It's in Miami.
Oh, that's a good point, Joe.
Yeah,
See, that's why you're the brains of this operation. You're the brains of this operation.
That is actually where they shoot those
Okay, well,
movies.
thanks for that, Joe. Look at this, though.
Fucking mad, bro.
It looks good.
Motion blur. Tell myself, motion blur.
As, Sky's loading on in. You're seeing the different parts. You have the middle of the street. You got the bar area. You have the pool. Well, you got the ocean. In a way, it's 3 lanes, but there's a lot of different areas that you can go to as well. Again, coming in, and you see the different squads.
That looks so much
Yeah,
better
one
with
side
the
coming in towards the boat, the other one towards the street. And yeah, that was dope. His domination loading on up. And is Sky's going to go for the objective? Is anyone going to go for the objective? Because I talked about it, and the answer is no. Nobody captures C. What's going on here, man?
Listen, they need you on the team. On the objective. Dude, that is sometimes the most frustrating thing about Punch, you know, when like you're fine, you're going off, you've got 50 kills, you see somebody on your team, they've got 3 and no time in the objective, like help me out a little bit, but you gotta play both. You gotta focus on it all. You gotta be like LeBron, you know, you're getting the assists, the rebounds, and the points. You're doing it all on the map, Joe. My Call of Duty playstyle is very similar to LeBron now that I think about it, Joe. Thanks for that compliment.
You're one of the greatest players ever.
We'll see what Marksman can do as he's looking for the angles and bump. You see the hip fire, strong there.
I'm just saying, I mean, you guys are both around the same age and you have the same accolades.
That's true. Yeah.
Slide has some fucking
nailed it, Joe.
body movement in this game, bro. It's like, it is
I'll
hard.
tell you what, I keep thinking about that pool with how hot it's been in LA. It was like 110 the other day. That pool was very comforting. He sure did.
Surprise! As again, you heard Marksman talk about it, a little bit of a nutty movement. I'm sure the devs are going to be paying attention. They'll get their feedback from all of these players.
Trying to view Miami.
Well, and that's where like there's like a couple different skill gaps when you talk about a game like Call of Duty. Like, is there the gun skill part of it? Yes, and you know, being able to shoot, becoming a better player from that regard. But it's like once you get that down, the next step is really that movement, right? Like becoming more fluid on the map, finding mechanics in the game that you can get a little bit of edge over the competition. And yeah, no, the movement can be nuts, and that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. But over to Kat Connie, she's looking to hit those shots. There's a little bit of a snapper.
And a nice snipe right there. She's looking over the B zone right now, has the shotgun in the back pocket. Surprise! Later.
I would like to.
Excuse me, Jericho is basically, it seems to be in almost the same spot, just on opposite ends. As he's going to go for this B zone, play a little bit of objective. You and Jericho would get along well.
Yes, we do. But now you heard, I can't remember her name, but one of the lead map designers kind of saying, like, I stay away from the middle, like the middle of the map. That is a sniper's haven, and you kind of saw a bit of it there, but there are the alleyways that you can work the play, different things that you can do on the map.
So you see in the top right, attack chopper called in by Priesta. He's doing his thing.
Supposed to pre-aim. I only know this room.
Yeah, well, I think you heard his special sort of talk about the lighting. Like, I'm sure everything's going to be get a little bit better. There's a full game release.
And I think Jericho's kind of talking about one of the more difficult things when you play a new map, right? Like figuring out
Where do I go?
all the different angles, mastering the map, like where can people be L-triggering and holding me in. But it's Ricky with some quality beams from the top balcony, able to dip away with his life as well and look to ruin a couple players' lives as well.
And that's what one of the biggest thing was from last year is load up on a map you didn't know. The mini-map wasn't there, right? You're like, where do I go?
Makes it a little bit easier.
Where do I go, right? And they bring back this traditional Black Ops mini-map. That definitely helps you out.
Well, now on to Hutchie for his POV. He's trying to get up close and personal and near that Dom point, but you can see, I mean, that's typical of a lot of Dom maps. Like B's a death trap. Like that is the hard thing where you have to work as a cohesive unit to try and get it in. If you're solo playing the objective on B, well, good luck because you've got a world star.
And it looks like he has a smoke equipped, and one of the notes that we got was like the smokes were strong in this Call of Duty, maybe compared to some in the past. So, well,
what is happening here?
Priesta is in a gunship.
Smoke him! Light it up!
Chopper gunner.
Okay, well, that guy got fried. People are just getting
Marker, you're getting smoked. You're getting beamed.
Kind of hard, actually.
It looks like he's still pretty healthy, though.
Wait, how cool is that you can see the lights from the map bouncing off the minigun in the chopper?
Yeah, lighting has evolved over last decade or so. That is absolutely for sure. But now you see a gorgeous look at kind of the entire map breakdown. But yeah, that's one like thing since this is a night map, right?
Light it up.
It's gonna be
Just start shooting it.
See, is there like a night vision that he can swap to? I don't know.
Maybe everybody's got like Ghost or Cold Blooded on. I don't know which perk it is in this game, but they're like, oh, we're not letting Priesta do that.
I got.
Hutch trying to hit the snipes. I think you saw the Type 821 out from Priesta as he was looking to get dirty with it. Hutch's face, he is locked in. Just a gamer.
All right, halftime.
Oh, it's not close, Joe.
It's not. It is not close. He's got 900. He's playing with Nick. He's got Mud Dog on his team. He's got Courage. He's got a solid squad.
Mud Dog's bringing him down, Joe.
Pulling up Scum Stream, dude. This guy's cracked.
Yeah.
41-2. Yeah, no, he has been dominating lobbies, and you would expect that from one of the greatest players of all time. But over to Testament we go. We talked about his sniping prowess earlier, and he's going to have the sniper out as he's looking to line it up towards mid-map. But yeah, I think especially with it being a nighttime map, like learning the map, knowing the angles, is going to be all that more important. But just aesthetically, you know what I mean? It's a sexy map. It is. I want to see like the one side they were talking about when it had the developers on, like how you can kind of go underwater.
Well, it's right behind him.
It is.
Yeah.
Like it hasn't really seemed to be that much in play as of yet, at least with
It
these
looks
guys.
like Nick was in it. Well, no, that's not it. We Love Games. They're sort of playing around it, but it looks like he can go sort of towards A, towards C. You want to switch that
all
up.
right, all right.
Testy brings out that LW3, the Tundra. I like that.
There are a few things more satisfying in any kind of FPS, but especially Call of Duty, with hitting snipes. Just hitting clean snipes. It feels good. We'll see what Hutch can do from the power position. Well, it's not going to matter from Priesta's chopper over to Scum Chopper, and Peep, this lobby is just getting milked. Just dominate him from the sky. Oh, kill after kill. We'll see him, Mud Dog.
Very good play.
Doozy, Courage, everybody dropping.
Yeah, he's saying, he's like, just so you guys know, this isn't a pub lobby. I'm playing some talented players, and I am smoking.
This will be a
lot of buildings.
nice YouTube video. Well, yeah, a lot of buildings. The night cover of night as well.
Ooh, if you can get him spawning towards that beach side, we'll see you later.
Mud Dog's already dropped to this thing twice.
They're probably holding the kill cam too. They're like, we're not letting Scump do this to us.
Yeah, I do believe they are losing full.
Oh, that's Swag as well.
Yeah, it's been Swag, Courage, and Mud Dog have died like 2 or 3 times in a row.
They're on the beach.
Because that's why he's a Call of Duty pro player.
Yeah, the beach is usually where you go to vacation, not here. Nope.
Do I not have Ghost?
I think he heard, we got on board with Swag. He's like, I can't hide from this guy.
Sometimes they're going to be 6 and 17. Fuck it.
Yeah, this is.
No, that's what, dude, it's actually funny going over from Scum POV to the team that was getting destroyed. It was just like kind of quiet, calm. It's like,
It's kind of like, hey guys, we're going to be in a YouTube video.
100%
Scum destroyed Tim, Courage, Swag, 40 kills on Miami.
Rushmore with all their heads on.
Yeah. Just Scump and a chopper gunner.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. That is accurate.
That is truly accurate.
Yeah, but it's cool to see the variety of personalities just battling it out on all these different maps. So we've seen what, Armada, Satellite, now we're Miami.
Well, I mean, you look at Satellite, very much, all outside, right? You come in here, you have fights at the bar, fights in the hotel, you have fights at the beach. There's just all these different environments that these players are going into.
We were in the Ultra Facilities, one of the professional teams in the Call of Duty League. It's Benjamin Vance on your screen now. Top player in his own right, and I think it's Vance maybe playing on Wisdom's account, but I believe it looks like it's Vance with controller in hand currently.
How are you thinking? You can hear that when you get weak. You hear the heartbeat pick up. It sounds really
Yeah,
cool.
it does. The audio seems very, very
Ooh,
clean.
what is this? A little artillery strike coming in from it. Oh, did he call it in? Oh, no, Vance. Oh, no, that is a mistake.
We've all been there.
We have.
The number of times I've done that, something like domination, where I launch all my streaks. I'm like, oh, it's halftime. I just use those for no reason whatsoever. I got a couple of kills, but my impact on the objective was minimal. But now to the French sensation himself, Gotaga, one of the most popular gamers in the world. I feel like I've seen him compete in so many different games, but his legend grew in Call of Duty, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's talented. He can do it all. He's rocking that 74U. On board Trimax now. He's got the Tundra out.
Okay, what is his camera setup? Because it looks like he's in the game. How do I do that?
Well, he's got a green screen, but he is half of the screen.
Yeah, I want you to set that up for me.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but like it looks like he's in the game.
Why did you just assume I had an expertise in green screens?
Joe, you wear glasses. You look like you'd be very tech savvy and ready to set that up for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe.
I'm not going to do that for you whatsoever.
Nameless, wouldn't you say he looks a bit like a scientist? Thank you.
Nameless looks like a cosplayer from Miami right now. I mean, he looks good, but he looks good.
Oh, wait, they can't be. People can't be rage quitting in this.
There's no way. So it looks like game's about to end. Jericho's team, they're going to get the victory.
There you go, Jericho.
6,300 damage.
I didn't see.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
There's no doors. No
Who
doors.
is dominating?
Could be Priest. There's a good chance it's this guy.
And there he highlighted a difference.
Look at him just
No doors.
mini Uzi.
Jericho was talking about the shot. No doors in the game. You'll be hammering through doors.
And Marksman were three-shotting people. So yeah, no doors.
Everybody's learning.
Rejoice.
Big smiles.
Yeah, I want to see who the scoreboard was too. Like who had the 6,300 damage. I was curious who was absolutely frying the lobby. But this is the part where I'm like trying to get my brain to like slow down when they go through and just appreciate all the different attachments that they have inside of this.
Maven, you will have your time.
I know.
October 8th. Maven, October 8th.
Let's do.
I don't know why I'm talking like that because I'm literally just gonna have you tell me what to put on my weapons. I'm gonna do what you do.
Let's do that.
I'm gonna try everything though. It's the beta. We try out different things.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, one of our matchups has wrapped. It looks like we're gonna hop over to one that hasn't finished yet. 27 points away from victory is one of our squads. Again, this is 6v6 domination on Miami. Tasty's put away the sniper for now, just trying to hit the shots with the AKs every for you.
Ooh, 3 for 3.
That hit.
Let's go, Sean J. Looks like Sheep's able to call on some score streaks. Nice 74U shots in, but who is that? The nice snipe shot from whoever's on Team Envy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say a lot when I play the game at first. What are you doing over there? Because I don't know where people should be, so that's why I
What are you doing over there? Maybe that's where I should be. Oh, it's Crim.
It's the Empire squad. We got Rambo Ray, the coach, Clayster, Crim 6, Crim, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. There is no dispute. I don't want to hear any arguments, but yeah, that's gonna be tough to deal with. Is to represent the Envy squad right
Yeah,
now.
Team Envy, also known as the Dallas Empire, our world champions. You got the coach and Rambo, one of the greatest players hanging out. Crim and Clay. Clay back-to-back world champion. They'll probably be rotating players in and out. But it looks like Crim's focusing on gameplay. Clay is talking with the chat.
What did he just? But what didn't both of these players? And I know this is like separate. This is the multiplayer reveal. But from an esports competitive side, they were like the first two players to crack $1 million in winnings, right?
$1 million,
That's
yeah.
pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby Pop, the Scarf Lord.
We love Bobby Pop.
Back. I will be back with a camel toe.
Bob's got a great mustache.
He does. He really does. It looks like he's rocking the 74U as well.
I miss his long hair though.
And this is what Bobby does. I don't know if he's an auctioneer or what.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Man.
No.
Where's the pool at, dude?
He's probably on hour 40 of streaming.
Yeah, no, he grinds.
I'm gonna chill in the pool the rest of the game.
Hey, cannonball, Bob! Cannonball!
Get him,
I'm
Bob!
gonna be chilling in the deep end, dude. I'm going off the diving board, dude. Forget
He's a big boy.
Get yourself a pina colada, hang out.
Would you leave me alone? I'm trying to go off the diving.
He's on vacation.
No vacations in Miami.
I'm gonna end this one. Where's the pool at? I think the pool is behind the lobby.
Yeah,
they are getting destroyed.
Yeah, this is a bad one. This is a bad one.
Oh, so trying to turn this off.
Boys, but
He's trying to be positive about it.
Yeah. Before this game is over.
Yeah, hit it, Bob, hit it.
Miami Luxury Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. That is my room in the penthouse suite, the northeastern corner. I will now be 3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm just waiting for you to score this out of 10.
That was amazing. Do it again, Bob.
Did he like crouch first?
Do it again.
That was less impressive. That was less impressive. It's good. Try again, Bob. Do it.
What are you doing, Bob?
Losing okay, but Bob, this is giving me a headache.
How does it work?
Oh, no. Wait, how did he do that last time?
It was so cool.
Yeah,
No, I don't know. It didn't look like he even did anything.
I don't know what.
We're wondering the same thing, Bob.
Well,
There's no neutrals. It's only just cap.
oh, wait, they are 3 capping right now. There's an opportunity for a comeback. It is a slight one. Not much ever mind.
No longer any
Which one's at 7,600 there? Oh, hey, Lando.
What's up, Lando?
Craig 6.
We're going to swap over to another one of our matchups going on. Just a reminder, we have a ton of streamers involved in this. So if it ever seems confusing, it's just we're having a lot of different POVs. Trying to stick with one game until it finishes, but want to give love to a lot of these guys that are participating, just hopping through all of the action. But
She might be dead.
we'll have some of the different streamers too, especially with some of the CDL teams. It's like 5 people swapping in and out. Everyone trying to get their time on the game.
I got a red bus.
I saw the scoreboard and Bobby Pop was at the bottom, so my man was having a tough one. He didn't have the bumper. He's going to be a vehicle expert. We'll just hop on board when we get to the snowmobiles.
I bet Armada, he was probably dominant, right?
Yeah,
Put
he
that guy in a
probably
boat, he's going to thrive. But a different look, a new map. Hope you enjoyed Eyes On with Miami. I still don't know the physics in-game behind how Bob managed to do the cannonball off of... How do you do that? And then he couldn't replicate it? It was truly special. That might have been the best moment we've had so far.
Yeah. Well, and Bob's still trying to figure out mouse and keyboard because he switched to that, so...
He's trying his hard. Bob, we love you, buddy. You're trying your hardest. Unfortunately, the team got smoked, but you've got more chances. We continue on with the multiplayer reveal for Cold War. But before we get to our next map, our next mode, we're going to toss it over to our good friend, Nameless.
Yeah, if that wasn't intended to be in the game, that needs to be in the game. What Bob just did was absolutely spectacular, and Miami's a really interesting map, right? Like, it's a nighttime setting, but there's still little vibrant areas like the pool and the neon lights that you saw. We saw literally every single weapon that's in this game displayed on this map. We saw snipers, shotguns, the Type 823, which is sort of that mini Uzi gun. We saw players like Scump and Priest are running it. They were going off, like getting 10 to 12 kills in a row, getting chopper gunners, and absolutely lighting up the map. I mean, we're seeing M4 still, but we're seeing players sort of decide on what's the gun that's kind of OP right now. It seems to be that Type 823. And now we're seeing Priest right here. He actually got the chopper gunner very early on in this game, but he was only able to pick up like 3 or 4 kills. And he was like, man, this is so dark, I can't see anybody. And he was just roaming around. He wasn't able to pick up too many. And he's like, there's so many buildings, but at least he can see the entire map and call out for the rest of his squad. On this game in particular, it's starting to get a little bit more sweaty. Players are starting to go for the big games. They were going for the YouTube videos, and you can see Priest was frustrated that he couldn't pick up any more kills inside of this chopper gunner. I think it was later on, we also saw Scump with the chopper gunner go on a crazy spree. He was playing against like Nick Merckx and Tim and all those guys, absolutely lighting them up. We saw some rage quits. Also right here, we're seeing the 74U. A lot of players are still loving to run this, and every single player that we've seen using the 74U has had that laser on it. They love to hip fire with it. And right there we saw Overkill with the sniper. This is that spree that I was talking to you guys about. See, he got the chopper gunner, but Scump was able to see literally everyone. You heard him commenting on it like, this isn't a normal pub. I'm playing against some good players, and they're getting destroyed. Right here, he picks up like, I don't even know, like 10, 12, 13 kills in a row. And when we switched over to the opposite team, it was Tim, and he was like, I don't even know what to do, man. We're just getting smoked. Because when that chopper gunner's in the sky, you have to stay inside, and you can't get to the domination points. Another thing to highlight is that in Cold War, the domination zones are a lot bigger, so it's going to provide for crazy fights inside of the domination point and also contest. Hopping on board here with the Toronto Ultra squad, we saw them roaming around here with that 74U. and the MP5. A lot of these players on the CDL teams running submachine guns. Overkill as well, pulling out an AR. And then right there to the left is that diving board. We saw Bob jump up here. He counted it down. He pointed out the spot that he was staying in the hotel. And then he just gets a super jump. Like, what is that? He tried to do it a couple times after this, and he wasn't able to achieve it. But, man, that was a cool game. But we're going to get into some more gameplay here in a bit. I'm going to throw it back to Maven and Merc.
All right, thank you so much. And, yeah, I think we're going to Moscow next. We're going to check out some TDM on that particular map as we continue to hop through some of the various locales we have in Cold War. Well, we've had the ocean, we've had the dunes, we've had the downtown life. Now we're going to be heading in kind of more urban feel into Moscow. 6v6 team deathmatch, TDM, obviously one of the more popular modes in the history of Call of Duty. One of the absolute staples as we get ready to rock.
It feels like it's the Cold War of Moscow in here right now. I am really cold on this set, but yeah, I cannot wait.
Do you want my jacket?
No, it's okay. I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. Yeah, just love going to all the different environments, all the different locations. Vaughn was really talking about that. We're going to take you all over the world, so cannot wait to check out this map.
Yeah, just the variety we've seen so far has been absolutely awesome. Once the players get loaded in, we'll hop into that. But Joe, if you had to pick one moment so far of the 3 games we watched, what has been your favorite moment? And you can't say the diving board.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the diving board. Obviously, Scum, in the chopper, doing what he does best. I really had a lot of fun with Armada because I thought Armada, what they really showed was the different environments and the way you could play that. You could stay on the boat. You could go with the vehicles. If you wanted to, you could be super deadly in the water. So that map just looked great, dude. The zip line looked so smooth. Just a lot of...
Noisy Butter's going to be kicking it off. Looking through some of the shotguns and what variety you can find there. But I think one of the things I've been trying to keep an eye out for is I read kind of coming into this that we're going to have, like, I guess when you're changing attachments, like percentages, so you can see how much it's going to affect things like fire rate and recoil, which I haven't noticed yet as they're swapping through, but I just think that's awesome. I love to know, like, the exact impact something's going to have.
Yeah, because in the past it was just a bar.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, as I used to be a competitive player, a pro player, a lot of the times that bar didn't mean anything. It was like,
green, red, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, whatever it does. But yeah, actually knowing the percentage, what you're really getting into from gun to gun, it's going to be really cool to mess with.
All right, well, again, this is Moscow. First look at it as a global multi-reveal for Cold War.
Also, you can run around.
You'll see a lot of this going through settings. Motion blur recommended. I know that's one of the first things that I will personally turn off. Like, it looks a little bit cleaner.
What are we doing?
Yeah, everyone but one player, I think, pushed on the same side.
Yeah, I think when we got on board, she was talking about what do you love so far? It's really the colors and Treyarch, their color palette. I've always talked about it. It is just beautiful. But she runs into a shotgun, and a lot of these creators trying to answer questions, trying to play the game. It is tough to balance.
I did get a chance to show you guys the sharks, though. There's sharks on that map.
Oh, she was sort of.
And it's cool.
Wait, there are sharks.
Wait, so what you wanted is in there?
I didn't know that wasn't in my notes. I didn't know there were actually sharks.
Why not?
Oh, I'm never playing that map. I am terrified of sharks. One time,
that's in the middle of the ocean.
No, one time when I was 13 years old, I went on a trip to Hawaii, and we were swimming in this one area, right? And then we got out of swimming from there, and we went up on this cliff, and we're looking down. The water was so clear, we saw multiple sharks right where we were swimming. And I'm never going in open water again.
Are you sure they were dolphins?
They were 100% sharks, and I was nearly eaten.
Are you 100%?
Yes, no, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it scarred me for life.
The map is cool.
All right.
I love the design of it. Like, I guess.
Trying to hit Jacob's
No, one more.
He loves TDM. Now, he was talking about how much he loves TDM.
Okay.
So this is what map's a very fast gameplay. You can see from the size of it. It's got an urban feel to it for sure. But I want to see which building, because one of the things we were looking through is like a metro station. It's kind of like the central hub, and that's kind of the connector. So this is this is the metro station. So this is sort of going to be where the whole flow of the map sort of centralizes through.
You can see the concussions coming in, just how it affects